Mostly people think that when they're talking, they're controlling what's on others' heads, other people's thoughts. Like when it comes to this awkward silent moment, they feel this awkwardness because they can't kind of stay with their thoughts. It's weird to them to stay with their thoughts because they don't like the reality that they're having. That's why it's like uncomfortable for them to face the reality and just think their own thoughts, their own problems, overthink their life. That's why they always like to talk a lot. And you know those moments when it's silent and there are people who are trying to fill this silence with some kind of stories that they wasn't supposed to say, and everybody kind of feel like, or if you're talking one on one, you feel like this person shouldn't be saying this, but they said it because they wanted, they just didn't want to feel this awkwardness that silence created. So it's not actually how it's working, because when you are talking to someone, it may seem that they're listening, but they can think about something else. It doesn't mean that when you're talking, you're always controlling what they're thinking, what's on their heads. It doesn't mean it. But it seems like this, and it's easier for those who are scared of silence. So yeah, one of the reason is why people are scared of silence, because they're uncomfortable staying with their own thoughts. And the second thing is they're scared that they are not controlling what's on others' heads. But actually, you can't control it. You can't control it. I mean, if you're not hypnotizing them, but probably you're not, so you can't control it. You just have to control yourself and make sure that you're controlling the situation, but at the same time, you don't have to be scared of silence, because silence actually is a thing for you, for both of you to think and create better thoughts, better sentences for each other. Maybe you said something that made them overthink. Maybe they said something that made you overthink, and now you're sitting overthinking. Maybe just you're like, wow, yeah, it's like eye open or something like this, right? And uh, it's not actually a bad thing, it's a good thing. Because when you both are silent, when you both can hold silent, or this group of people can hold the silence, means they're powerful, means they can face struggles, they can face hard things. And it's actually like you can see that those people who can face silence, they're actually like pretty strong and they're good to be around. So if you have those kind of people, keep them with you and learn how to deal with this. How you can deal with this, you just have to understand that those things that are not under your control doesn't have to be your freaking business. Your business is your life, things that you can control. When you are making sure that you are controlling things that you can control, other things that you can't control becoming good naturally. They're becoming better naturally. They're taking control of themselves, situations and things that are not under your control, as soon as you are controlling everything that is under your control. So you just have to understand it, and it's going to be for you much easier to not be scared of this silence. Let's also think about, where does this silence comes from? Why, when you both are having conversation, maybe not both, maybe in a group of people, someone were talking and silence just created and everyone's like sitting. For some people, it's awkward moment because they can't face it. But for strong people, it's not an awkward moment at all. They're just sitting, overthinking things that someone said, sentences that someone said, and then they're responding. Actually, when you're not responding like in 2 or 3 seconds, that what makes you that what makes people respect you more, because it's like they know that you are thinking before you are saying. But when you're responding immediately, it doesn't make you it doesn't make them respect you more, because they're trying to not be silent for even just a second. They're always like talking, 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 talking. So actually, when you are holding some seconds, like before talking, before saying something, like you can see interviews with different people whom are really powerful, whom are really wealthy. They know what they're doing, they love their life. They're not gonna respond for every freaking question immediately. They're gonna wait even for minutes. It may take minutes, and it's gonna be totally fine. And if the interviewer is not actually confident, he's gonna feel awkward, or she's gonna feel awkward. I don't know who is this person, he or she. But it takes them minutes. You can notice this. You can watch whatever interview, doesn't matter. Just it has to be a person who is wealthy, successful, and they know what they're doing. They love their life, and you're gonna see that it doesn't take them 2 seconds to respond to every question. They're gonna take time, they're gonna think about it, they're gonna create a good sentence, and then they're gonna respond, because they know that words that you already said, they're not going back to you. They're not, like, everybody already heard it. Like, you don't have the second time to say what you said 2 minutes ago. You don't have the second chance to say or to recreate what you said 2 seconds ago, 1 second ago, 30 minutes ago. You don't have another chance. Then understand it deeply that it doesn't work like this. It's either you're thinking what creating a good sentence and then responding, then talking. Because when you are not thinking, when you're just trying to be so freaking quick, fast, and it's when people are doing things extremely fast, it doesn't seems like they're calm. And calm means wise. It's just naturally what people think of calm people. They're like, wow, they hold this power in them. Wow, they look really confident. They look really strong. Like they can handle something. That's what people think mostly about calm people, whom are able to hold the silence, whom are able to not feel ashamed because it takes so long for them to respond, because it's better to think longer, to take some more time, some extra time to think before saying, instead of responding as quick as you can, because you won't have the same chance, to recreate or to say what you said even 1 second ago. Even 1 second ago. You don't have this kind of ability. So that's why it's better to think than say. So yeah, that's just some examples for you to understand that being silent is actually not awkward. Being in the silence is actually more powerful than just talking non-stop. Like, yeah, those, I think those are good examples, because when you're gonna hold the silence, you're gonna feel like some people who are um, in those interviews, and they like everyone likes them, everyone, so many people have a respect for them, they're successful, they're wealthy, you might even want to be like them. So the next time you're gonna hold the silence, you're gonna feel like this person, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's why I'm not really scared of the silence, because I feel like this person, and I feel like some kind of, I feel wiser. I don't feel like I'm trying to rush and trying to answer to everything as quick as possible. Okay? So you really have to learn how to hold the silence. So the next time when you're gonna get a chance to answer a question, I know the first time, like first tries, it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be weird when you're holding this silence. It's gonna look weird, it's gonna feel weird, but already in fourth and fifth time, you're gonna feel much better and much more confident with this because you know, maybe if you already know the answer, you won't have to, like, you don't have to wait for the moment when it really takes time for you to think about the answer. You can, like, someone asks you a question, right? You're holding this like for 2 or 3 seconds, and then you're responding. Whatever question it is, doesn't matter. Those times when you really have to take time to think about your answer, it's not gonna be as easy for you to answer this question as answering at the simple question, like for example, where my book is. It's a good skill to learn, okay, for you, because it even seems powerful. You know, those short videos when someone asks something and they're like sitting thinking for minutes. I know sometimes it's even funny how much time they take to respond, but you can tell that they're powerful. You can tell that they're thinking before saying, and that what makes people respect you. So that's like the reasons why you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared because there are so many people who are doing it, and it's not scary. It's not scary. No one's gonna do something to you because it's taking you so long to answer. Of course, it's not, if it's not your like relatives, it's gonna be weird. This is not how you're gonna treat them. I'm talking about those questions when you really have to take time to answer, especially when you are talking to some people whom you want to respect you. Like your relatives, they already love you. You don't have to. Maybe you have some relatives that you wanted to respect you better because they don't value you. But I mean, it's your relatives. Like, I don't think that it's like a necessary thing for you to do with them. But with people whom are not your relatives, they're not close to you. They're not close to you. Like you meet them first time, or it's some kind of thing for your job. Like you are communicating with people you're seeing in the streets. You're communicating with people whom you see for the first time. That's just a good thing for you to do. Like not answer questions as quick as possible, just take some seconds and then answer. That's just psychologically how it works. People are gonna respect you because they're gonna think that you're thinking, then you're answering, not just talking nonstop. Okay, it's not. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look elegant. It looks like nothing. Like yeah, they're responding really quickly, and I'm not talking about messages, okay? Not about messages. I'm talking about when you're talking with people in real life. Yeah, so it's weird when for example, imagine you are meeting someone, okay? And you start talking to them. You're like, "Okay, what's your nationality? What's your ethnicity?" There's like and is responding as quick as possible. Yeah, how old are you? They're responding as quick as possible. What do you do? They're responding as quick as possible. You're like, whoa, calm down. That's what you wanna say. Like, calm down. It feels like they're pushing on you, and it kind of scares people. Maybe not even scares, it just makes them feel kind of disgusted because that's much weirder. But if you're gonna ask them like, what do you do? They're gonna take some 2 or 3 seconds, not like 10 seconds, something like this. So it's not a deep question to think 10 seconds, okay? Like 2 or 3 seconds is like um, the perfect time gap before you said something and the person you're talking to saying something. Yes, they're gonna take like 2 or 3 seconds and then respond. How old are they? What do they do? Whatever you're asking them. And also don't feel ashamed when you're not comfortable answering something right now. Like it takes you time, a day or two, it's totally fine. It's totally fine if it takes you 1 or 2 days to answer some questions that you're not able to answer right now. You're just gonna say, actually, I have to think about it, I have to discuss it with someone. So, yeah, it's a good thing for you to do also, to not feel ashamed when you know that you have to really think about it and it's gonna take you like 1 or 2 days. So, take their contacts and contact them, like message them whenever you are ready with your answer. So don't feel ashamed. It's a normal thing to do. Like, it's life. It's not like a deadline that you have to do. It's just a question. It's just a question. Don't take it too serious, okay? So yeah, that's it. I hope that it helped you to understand better how to face the silence, how to bear with this silence. And thank you for watching this video till the end. Love your life, love yourself, and do the best for you.